Good morning, Kilbourne. This is your community news for September 19th, 2014. I'm Zach Walton.
And I'm Jacob Shepard.
Project More is getting ready to start up, but still needs more mentors. Taylor Hoffaker tells us more about this fantastic opportunity of community service.
Community service is an opportunity for high school students to help those in need. As a child, do you remember the joy you felt when someone older helped you? You can give kids the same joy you felt volunteering to help them read. Kilbourne and Granby joined together to participate in a statewide program called Project More. Kathy Moore informs us about the program.
Project More is really all over Ohio. It's Ohio Project More. But it came to Worthington. Jennifer Ween had a lot to do with it coming to Worthington maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and it really is helping young children read better. It's a really important program. It helps kids read better. What they say about Project More is they use a little acronym, EARS, like your ears. E, it is effective. A, it's affordable, because volunteers do the teaching. R, it is replicable, meaning you can do it again and again and again because it's such a systemized program. And S, it is sustainable because as long as we keep getting mentors, we can keep helping young children read better through this program called Project More.
Not only does this program impact the children's life, it also impacts yours. Here's a portion of a story written by a former Kilbourne student named Michael.
One Tuesday, I was really trying hard to help her to read. I could tell I was beginning to care about this kid, and I really began to think it would help her life if she could get good at reading. I mean, really good at reading. We were reading some little book about where food comes from, I think. Like milk comes from cows, I think. That would be the entire page of the book. So we were reading that book, and she looks up at me and she says, "What's that word, Daddy?" And I immediately froze. To this day, I don't know what I said to her after she called me Daddy by mistake. All I remember is I just smiled and told her the word. After that Tuesday session with Kelly, I walked back to Kilbourne and took the tests that I'd been so worried about. I don't even remember how I did on the tests, but I will always remember that Tuesday. I don't for the life of me know why I thought getting a good grade on a test was more important than helping a little girl read.
Taylor Hoffaker, WKHS News.
Did you know that if you're driving at 50 miles an hour and you look down at your phone for 5 seconds, you've already traveled the length of a football field? Texting and driving is an extremely dangerous habit. Riley Norman explains the risks of driving while intoxicated.
Texting and driving has become a serious issue with teens across the nation. Although most of them don't take it seriously, texting and driving makes it 23 times more likely for that person to crash. Car and Driver magazine discovered that not only 52% of people say that they've talked on their phone while driving,
with T-Mobile, you get 4 lines for $60 less.
Also, 77% of teens or young adults say that they're somewhat confident that they can safely text and drive.
Always one of a kind.
And 55% of them claim that it's easy to text and drive. There are many organizations to help warn us about the impacts of texting and driving, such as Maria's Message, a campaign that started locally in Columbus and spread statewide. The goal of Maria's Message is to teach teens about defensive driving and practice it themselves. To find out more about Maria's Message or hear her story, go to www.mariataberryfoundation.org. Riley Norman, WKHS News.
It used to be that payphones had to be everywhere just in case they were needed. Hannah Byer and Abby Johnson try to find one.
Ohio once had 2.2 million payphones. Now we just use our cell phones to communicate with others.
Can you think of any places where you've seen a payphone and where?
A lot of airports.
Easton Mall.
I've seen them in like gas stations or airports and sometimes like outdoor malls.
Currently, Ohio has 576 payphones in the 614. Most of the time, people won't even use them. They will just ignore them or just use their own cell phones.
What all do you use your phone for?
Communication and like Twitter and Instagram.
Communication, Instagram, texting, Snapchat.
Well, the main app that I normally use on my phone is Instagram, and along with that, I use my phone for like Snapchat and like Twitter, Tumblr.
Kilburn used to have 5 payphones in the school. 2 were located in front of the school in between the front 2 doors, 2 in the All-Pro area, and 1 in the stadium box. 9 years ago, all 5 of these payphones were taken out because they weren't being used. Abby Johnson, WKHS News.
The struggles of BSoc have been causing a lot of challenges this year. Sarah Johnson talks to some members of the team to find out where they intend to go from here.
With a record of 3-4-2, the boys soccer team has had to face many tough teams but has put up a good fight. We talked to a couple players about their challenging game against Hudson last Saturday to see where they plan to go for the rest of the season. Your thoughts on the Hudson game this Saturday?
I thought we didn't play very well first half, but second half we played a lot better, and it just wasn't enough to win the game. I also got elbowed in the face and got a tooth knocked out during it, so that was a pretty eventful game.
What struggles do you think your team has had this season?
We're a young team. We lost a lot of seniors last year, but we have the best 2 seniors in the state.
What's your main goal for the season?
Definitely to put in more goals this year and eventually win a OCC champ, district champ, and state champs.
Make sure to come support the boys next Tuesday at Olentangy and at home on the 25th versus Dublin Jerome. Sarah Johnson, WKHS News.
Kilbourne's Repertory Theater started their season last night with the play Almost Maine.
We hear it has some fun surprises, so go see it Saturday at 7:30.
This has been your WKHS News. Good luck to all fall sports this weekend and marching band as they play their first competition.
Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.
To arrange a visit, go to uc.edu/visit. Cincinnati Smart.